Well, this is something I've been waiting for quite a while, and I'm quite excited to unbox it together. Let's get this guy open. Boom, scissors made in Korea. Love these scissors, had them for years. Snip, snip, let's get to it. And that's it. She's out of the box. Try not to show you all my serial numbers here. I like these little tabs, it feels special. Oh, there it is. The P7 Pro in Obsidian Black. It looks great. I like this slightly raised bump. And it looks much more discreet, the bump size, rather than the P6, I believe. Very nice finish. I'm not sure how it'll hold up to fingerprints, but we'll find out soon. Dun, 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 dun. Gorgeous. Google still gives you a USB-C to USB-C cable, which I think is good. I mean, you're paying $800 for a phone. Give the person a cable. Apple is just trying to be a little bit cheap when they don't give people a cable and power supply. I mean, they give you a cable but not power. So there is no adapter, but I think everyone has an adapter. The cable, I would say, is more critical to have than the adapter at this point, but that's of course up for debate. All right. First time turning this baby on. It's much more borderless than the P7, I would say. The borders, I'm not sure how it compares exactly because I don't have the P7, but the P7 I know has thicker borders, and I liked that this has the better LTPO screen. And I know Apple uses a similar, I don't know if it's not the same, but it's probably better actually. But this LTPO screen is brighter than the P7. And I'm gonna do all the setup and stuff, then get to actually using it and show you guys what it's like to use the P7 Pro. Luckily, the P7 Pro still has a SIM card tray, like the iPhone, which they ripped it out, which makes it more inconvenient for a lot of things. And it's in. As I was putting in the Wi-Fi credentials and stuff, the haptic feedback on the keyboard feels really nice. Overall, this feels actually really good weight. It doesn't feel too heavy. It doesn't feel much heavier than the P6A, surprisingly. I usually, when I set up a new phone also, I do not do a copy apps and data because I like to have a clean, fresh start. So I'm going to do a don't copy. All right, I'm going to sign into my Google account. We got signed in here. Now we're at the fingerprint setting. Yes, I'm going to use a fingerprint. Okay, first the thumb. Okay, now I'm going to do a face unlock. Okay, so I enrolled my face. Only have one of those to enroll, luckily. That makes it easy. All right, so it says when there's enough light. So this, of course, there's no infrared like trickery like on the iPhones. The P7 Pro is updating its apps right now. I always love these initial parts of a new phone setup. It's really exciting. And by the way, the screen is ridiculously fast. The refresh rate, super smooth. It's a 120, of course. It goes from, I think it's 10 to 120 Hertz. Not as quite as low as some other phones like the iPhone 14 Pro, which goes down to, I believe, 1 Hertz. My P7 is pretty much set up now. I'm going to go out probably for a walk now, finally. It's been a while. I've been inside almost all day. Time to get some air. We have finally arrived to my destination, which is Shoreline Park. A lovely little abode, foresty place to walk around. It's almost sunset here, you can see. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice, nasty, smoke-filled view. I'm gonna flip up the camera, get a few shots in with it. This is, wow, a very smoky evening because there is so much fire in Washington, eastern Washington right now. Yeah, so take a few shots, enjoying the nice foresty, smoky, particulate evening. Maybe go out to the wide angle. You can see the color saturation is definitely not as good. Gonna get some good test footage on the video camera, and also just taking random shots without falling down these stairs in front of me and dying. Okay, I'm shooting right now, and I'm gonna go out to wide angle. I'm not gonna go that way. because it's just not going to happen. Let's see if this way, oh, this is kind of blocked off. This doesn't look like 4 people. I'm having 0 issues with the face unlock so far. As you can see, it's getting dark pretty quick here. Some low-hanging branches. Don't want to lose my head, literally. 6:30 here, check in for time. Actually, I need to set that to military time. I always like 24-hour time, preferably. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Walking through the menus. Locale default, no. 24-hour, thank you. Okay, now we got my lovely 24-hour time. All right, I have unplugged the external mic just because it was not working out. I'm gonna need a better solution. Now I'm just testing out with the normal built-in mics, which are totally fine for up close, especially in the forest when there's should be like little to no reflective noise. That's pretty much the end of my walk, so I'm gonna head back to my car. All right, and we're almost back to my lovely car here. Yeah, the quality still looks great. The P7 Pro survived the walk, which is fantastic. I got to test out the video and photos a bit. Gonna pick this video up once I get home, but that's been the end of my hike. So I was just watching a few YouTube videos on my Pixel 7 Pro with its nice big screen. I like to watch stuff on high resolution as much as possible. In the end, I decided to make this lovely pumpkin pancake mix from Trader Joe's for dinner. This is really good stuff. And no, I'm not sponsored by Trader Joe's, even though that would be awesome. As you can see over here, my pancakes are already in the pan. What do you know? It looks like I'm about to burn my pancakes. Flip it! Oh, it's already done. This one's done already. A little bit overdone. Well, it is late, and I am going to bed very soon. Well, good morning. It's now 10 a.m. and 10:20 actually. Did my, morning routine. Now I'm gonna head downstairs and get some tea. All right, I actually need to juice this baby up because the battery's at like 25%. And this is one of my favorite artists, musical artists, Utada Hikaru. So I'm gonna give it some juice and pick up later. All right, while we're charging here, I thought it'd be good to highlight an app that I use to track how much the charging speed basically. And then I have this handy dandy cable here, which is going to help me see the charging wattage as well. So let's use this guy here. We're gonna install this app, which I've used for a while. Okay, so this guy shows 20 watts. So I believe the Pixel 7 Pro goes up to 27 watts of charging, and it looks like that's exactly what we're getting right about in that range of right up to almost 26, 27 watts. So you can use easily a 30 watt adapter, be totally safe. So you can see we're getting a whopping 4,500 milliamps of juice going in here of current. 3XT back here, it is almost noon already. Wow, we're in the last 3-4 hours. This morning went by really fast. I need to take a walk, and I'm gonna use the P7 Pro on the walk to show you some of the stabilized versus non-stabilized video shot. So let's get going. Okay, here we go. Here's a running shot with stabilized, and it's on auto speech enhancement mode as well. We're testing out the cinematic mode, so you can see it's doing a decent job of bokeh effect. And it's got the plant as the center of focus, and it can change that focus to their plant a little bit further, and everything else is pretty well blurred in the background. Okay, now I'm shooting with stabilization on, and still driving, doing a slow, safe drive. Actually using FSD beta right now. But just give you a feel of what it looks like when stabilization is enabled. Okay, quick shot again with stabilization on in a supermarket that I like, Ranch 99. I just got back from the supermarket. I actually washed my car too, and I'm going to include some footage of washing my car in slow motion, testing out the P7 Pro's slow motion. It's a quarter speed. Alright, and here's a few night shots, of course, because we need those as part of the review. Ultra wide 1x is mixed in here. And video footage, it's definitely struggling with stabilization on. Here's the ultra wide, definitely doesn't do well at night with ultra wide. But the 1x is pretty decent with stabilization on at night. This has been a quick look at the P7 Pro. It's a great phone, hardware is fantastic, the screen is super bright, and phone feels very good in the hand. Highly recommend you check it out at a Google store in New York or anywhere that you can. See you guys next time. This is 3XT out.